Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie. I'm redoing this video because apparently there was a problem with my sound, and then I realized I had my earphones in and never plugged that out, and that was causing the problem. So welcome to Outside of Genie, where we were going to do the preview for today's racing at the Vaal, 21st of July. Um, Please, if you want to subscribe to the channel, just click the subscribe button and ring the bell. We are also now on. You can also now follow us on social media. Um, yeah, I just want to quickly say that there's a message from one of the people that subscribed to my channel that he discovered my channel and he made uh, 2,000 on one of the quartets that I tip. And if you broke and you need money to play your horses or to pay your bills or whatever happened, maybe you lost your job, contact me on this number and I can introduce you to a business opportunity. There's no startup costs required. Then outside of Genie, what we do is we do a form. I do a form analysis, of which you'll now see in the video how I do it. But you can get race by race selections. We give you an outright winner and two possible outsider selections, as well as value bets, base bets of the day. We don't give any odds on. We give you bets that are real value, sometimes as high as 6-1. We have trifecta and quartets, and some of them has paid handsomely. And then we also give you affordable PA an affordable pick six that you can play. And now leading up to the Vodacom July, we have got two offers. The first one is option one. You can subscribe now for, I just want to change this as now 300 Rand till the end of the month. And then of the 300 Rand, 100 Rand will go towards a kitty we're busy building. We will take 50% of the kitty for the pick six, 25% for the PA, and 25% for the jackpot. And then you'll share accordingly to how much you contributed. Or you can just pay 150 Rand and that will give you all the meetings now till the Durban July, plus all the things we're going to do for the Durban July. But that excludes sharing in that. But what you can do is you can pay extra. So if you pay 250, then you can also, go into the kitty and share in whatever we're going to play. And if we win, obviously you'll share in the winnings. Then PS Stradom has agreed to do us a race by race preview. I don't normally find jockeys and trainers and stuff, but I do respect PS Stradom. He's also a form analyzer of note. And I've arranged for him tomorrow, Wednesday. We're doing the preview tomorrow, Wednesday morning via Zoom. And then once I've recorded that, I'll post it on social media for you to listen, and it is free, no cost for that. On race day, I'm going to do a general preview on the non-pick six races, but only for my subscribers. I'm going to do 6 videos. Each will be for race 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there will be 6 videos that you can watch race by race, where I'll discuss the runners in the race and then also give my selections, which would include, which I don't normally do, a buy pot, a pick six, a PA, and a jackpot selection. You can follow me on 0835855113 to subscribe. Outside of selections, this is how the selections that you're going to receive, you'll receive it in that way. Then I just want to mention yesterday at Gravel, we had a very good day. I tipped 5 out of 7 races. I didn't tip the first race because that was a juvenile. I don't tip juveniles, but I gave you the winners of the following races. Race 2, number 9, Chief Officer, 6-1. Flashy Katrina, 13-1. Race 4, Good Rhythm, 15-2. Race 6, Cramera, 15-4, which was also our best bet of the day. And then I think that is good value. And then Orchard Street, which was also one of our value bets for the day, and that also won, and it paid over 10 Rand a win. Just to say, I mean, you're welcome if you think I'm pulling your strings. There was my selections for yesterday, as it was sent out yesterday morning, and you can check for yourself. There was my selections. You can go and check it yourself if you want to. There is all the numbers, and then there was my value bets. Storm Ruda unfortunately didn't do anything. Orchard Street was a winner, and Crimea was a winner. So that is that. So let's now move on to the selections, and we have racing at the Vaal. Um, let me just scroll down. The first race is a work riders maiden. So let us just look at the betting first. All right. I just want to go to the betting. I was such a rush now to redo the video because of the sound quality problem. So let me just quickly set this up here. The betting, right, let's look at the betting race 1. Number 14, wine tasting 27 to 20, Ashanti 22 to 10, Spectral 6 to 1, Theatre of Dreams 7 to 1, Pin Up 25 to 1, Miss Venezuela 25 to 1, Miss Wonderland 25 to 1, 40 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's quickly have a look at race 1, number 1. Here we have Spectral. It's a 3-year-old Crusade filly. Just before the lockdown, it started showing improvement, and maybe after the lockdown, the horses kept on improving. And number 1 Spectral, I do believe will run a decent race, and one to keep in mind. Then here we have number 2. Ashanti, it's Karen Fisher. I believe she rode her first winner the other day. It's an ex-Cape Town horse, Andrew and Ashley Fortune, and they had run some 2 decent races. So I think definitely will be involved in the finish. Then here we have number 3, Theatre of Dreams. Sam Osio, a very competent work rider. This horse has shown some glimpses of form. They tried it over a few distances, back over 1,000 meters. It has had 2 runs since the lockdown, so it should strip fitter. And I do believe that Theatre of Dreams is one of those horses that do have the ability to win this race. Then I just want to scroll down to the horses here at the bottom. It's with the 2-year-olds. Here we have the favorite wine tasting, a 2-year-old. It ran very well on debut. It's ridden by Matsuela, which I believe used to be with the Jock Academy, but didn't finish his time for some other reason. I do believe if this horse can repeat this run, but we have seen in the past that sometimes horses run well on their debut just to flop on the second run. I don't hope this should be the case, but yeah, definitely a strong contender in this race, 2-year-old. But unfortunately, at this time of the year, the 2-year-olds run against the older horses, and normally the older horses will win. If they are the same ability as the 2-year-olds, then they will win. But if the 2-year-old has got more ability, then that will probably win the race. So, well, we'll just have to see what is the ability of this number 14 wine tasting. So that was race 1. Let's move to race 2. The betting on race 2. Number 9, Captain Morisco, 19 to 10. Vars Vicky, 19 to 10. I see there's money for this horse because earlier this horse was favorite. Marengo, 5 to 1. Accomplice, 11 to 1. Savannah Storm, 18 to 1. 20 to 1. And longer the others. So let's have a look at the card. Here we have number 1, Iran. Iran last time out ran without blinkers, ran out of steam. And today the blinkers are back, getting -4. Yeah, I think I think this horse will go to the front, and we'll have to wait and see if they can catch it. But I do think in with a small chance. Then number 2, Quattro Pass with Pierce Stradum, always a danger. Yeah, he's had some fair races. Last time out wasn't too bad behind Cell Connection, but that was in a work riders race. Now running in an open maiden. So, but I think Pierce Stradum can make a difference. So maybe a good horse for placings. Then number 4, Jet Cat did improve after the rest. It's a nicely bred trippy out of a Jet Master mare. So expect improvement and can be involved in the finish. Then I want to move down to number 6. Now, number 6 is a well-bred horse. It's Savannah out of Love Galore by Al Mufti. Now, Love Galore has thrown a horse I just can't remember the name now. It was with Paul Lafferty, but I think the horse won the Great London Gans. This horse is very well bred, but I do think that the distance will be a bit shorter, but I'm sure we'll be running on at the end, front to the back ends of your quartets. Then we look at number 8, Accomplished. Accomplished has had 3 runs and have 1 run since the lockdown. I think last time needed the run, and definitely a horse, a Quattro Pass out of Al-50 will definitely be improved. Please, you need to add this in all your bets. Then number 9, Captain Morisco, had 1 run behind Portisico, but that was 129 days back. So hopefully this horse will improve. Craig Bantam board, so also he should be in the firing line. My top choice for this race is number 10, Marengo. It ran very well, 23.2, first fastest 400 to finish in his first race. Now, as I said in the previous race, we just hope this horse repeat its first run, because there is a tendency that sometimes horses don't repeat their first run. Then here's the favorite Vars Vicky at Var out of Seminole by Captain L. I don't know the mare, so I can't give you any feedback on the breeding. So you'll just have to watch the betting. If this horse goes on the drift, then I probably wouldn't have a chance. But if the money comes for it, you have to include it. Right, then we move to race 3. Race 3 is a maiden plate, colts and geldings over 1600 meters. Let's look at the betting. Here we have number 1, Blue Spark, 2-1, 9-2, Bravo 1, Local Knowledge 7-1, 5th of July 11-1, Light Warrior 11-1, 14-1, and better the rest. So let's have a quick look here. And yeah, number 1 is one of those horses that always keep somebody to beat him. And I think today, in my mind, it's going to be the same thing again. There last time behind Dura Dawn, run on at the end. And last time second fastest 400 to finish, but as I said, always find somebody to beat him. Just one important thing is that he did ran third behind Trent Master, and then Trent Master came out next time and won a race because which I found I'm one of those believers that once a horse is won his maiden, he probably will need 1 or 2 runs. But lately I've been caught out, and there's been a few winners that has won immediately after the maiden. They won their second race as well. So Blue Spark is one of those horses. Then Bravo 1 is always there and thereabouts, can come up and win, not without a chance. In 4th, Tobin Spirit, Ferraris. This horse did show some after the first run after race, but then last time didn't run up to expectations. So look for improvement there. Then my selection in this race to win this race is number 5, Local Knowledge. Local Knowledge was Stratum out of Spinning World. I don't know that breeding on that side, but I do know Stratum are horses that run over longer distances. They've tried this. They've put this horse over 1,000 meters, and I'm sure they were just showing him the track. And today, and I think the horse was also outpaced. Now today over the 1,600 meters, I'm sure Local Knowledge is going to go and improve, and will definitely run a better race. And I expect him to be in the front, hitting the winning post. Duke of Abercorn, I don't know. I just, for some other reason, I think this horse is much better than its form shows. So gooi into the back end of your quartets. And let's move on a little bit more. We go down to Sacred Dawn. Sacred Dawn last time ran over 2,600 meters, but now back over the 1,600 meters. It did show some speed over the 1,600 meters, so include into your play if you can afford. Then we move down to a horse that I also fancy, number 10, 5th of July. It's a Wiley Hall out of Virgo's Babe. Very well bred horse. Wiley Hall, we all know, won the July. Yeah, that year the Wiley Hall won in July, but got disqualified. In May already, I liked this horse. I took some bets at 50-1, and I stood to win 40,000 rand. If he won in July, which he did, but unfortunately we lost it in the boardroom. And then Virgo's Babe is a Grade 1 winner. Was a very good horse. So this is a nicely bred horse, and I think it will keep on improving and can definitely come up in this race. It is not without a chance of winning this race. So that concludes race number 3. So let's move on to race number 4. Race number 4 is a Frisian Mares, maiden plate, also over 1600 meters. Let's have a look at the betting quickly. The betting is number 1, Anatura, straight on 4-1, 9-2 on Broadway, 11-2 Charming Lass, Temini, 11-2 Princess Zina, 6-1, Birdwatcher, 9-1, and 15-1, and longer the rest. So let's look at the race and then see what comes up. Here we have number 1, Anatura. Anatura has run some decent races, always there and thereabouts. Last time out, Beast Rock, third fastest to 400, kept on for third. Stradom always brings 1 or 2 lengths improvement to a horse, so definitely give a chance on a horse you can't leave out. Then number 3, Birdwatcher. Birdwatcher is getting -2.5. I think this is just one of the horses that can improve. I think this horse will keep on improving. Has already improved since its first runs, and I do involve it over this distance to be involved in the finish. Number 4, on Broadway. Has also managed a few places. Last time out, 7 lengths behind Daphne du Maurier. I just need a little bit more maybe to win this race. Then I want to look at number 6, Charming Lass. Charming Lass is also improving. Had a nice debut behind Peace on the Rocks, only 2.25 behind. Last time out, 3.5 over Integrity. Second fastest to 400 and third fastest to 400. So I think this horse is just distance suited, and that can bother the favorite and a few other horses. Then the horse that I want to scroll down to is number 12, Princess Zina. This is a jackpot out of La Repinta. La Repinta is by Al Mafti. She has thrown quite a few good horses in a day, and I just feel that this horse is improving nicely. Last time out, it was second fastest to 400 meters over the 1600 meters Turfentine, now going down the straight, and I do believe that this horse will be seriously involved in the finish and can be standing in a number 1 box after the race. Then we move on to number 14, Tenevi. It's a VAR out of a Tiefelo May, well bred, but hasn't shown much. And the dance class has come out after this race and won another 2 races. That's the only positive I can see. But maybe the horse can improve today, but I think they are stronger in this race. We now move to race number 5. Merit rated 88 handicap, class B 79 over 1600 meters. So let's have a look here at the betting. Race number 5, Far and Away 5-2, Whipping Boy 9-2, Express from the US 5-1, 6-1, Last of a Legend, Lord Malcolm 19-2, 10-1, 7 Patriots, and 12-1 and longer the rest. Let me just check here. I see number 9, Prince Ivanov, is now scratching. That's why I saw the betting have shortened. So let's quickly have a look at the form. Race 5. Roy Thomas also a horse at runners against some much stronger horses, always there and thereabouts, getting 16.5, -2.5. Definitely a danger. But yeah, I did it a bit last time, but disappointed a little bit. But yeah, it's not without a chance. 2 Flashburn, 1-2 races back, a graduation plate. Is now running against a bit of stronger. Let's just quickly confirm again. It is a class B, 79 average rating. Then, so it is, running against a little bit stronger last time, can also be involved in the finish. Then we get number 3, 7 Patriots, who ran against Express from the US. Now, if you look on the weighted turnaround and advantage, Express from the US has got a 3 kilogram turnaround against this horse. So, in theory, 7 Patriots cannot finish in front of Express of the USA today. Far and Away, I just wanted to mention this before I forget. I did tip this horse last time when it won at 40-1. I said to the guys, this horse has got ability. The stable is in form. He has run against some decent horses, and then he came through duty to win the race. So definitely a danger that you can include. Far and Away, a VAR by Parade Leader Meer, has had 2 nice seconds. over 1600 and 1450. Definitely the horse that can be involved in a finish, not without the charms. I do see on its maiden he beat Roy Tom, and then ran again a 93 and 88 against approach control. So definitely a horse of strong claims. But the fields today are large, lots of horses with chances. Anything can come in. Laws of a Legend won his latest race. Also over the 1500 meters against a stronger field like he's fighting today, can also repeat. Then to me today, and I'm going to put my head on the block. To me today, race this number 6 Express from the US. I think this is the best bet of the day. It's getting -2.5, only carrying 55, and I think over this distance will suit this horse. If the jockey can restrain it a little bit, I do think Express from the US has got the ability to win the race, and I do see him as the winner of this race. Maybe I'll have egg on my face afterwards. Then number 8, True Words, also that tries. This horse cost 2 million rand as a yearling. As I don't think it will get back to, it will ever get a 2 million rand, but it's already had 41 races for 9 wins, which is not bad. It's about a strike rate of about 20%. Any horse that got a winning strike rate of 20% can't be too bad. Always runs his heart out. Always there and thereabouts. A strong front runner. He's relentlessly, he doesn't give up. So definitely a horse that you need to include in your play. Cornet's piece is on fire, and this horse knows how to travel, has won on different courses over the country. Number 9 is now a scratching. So that then bring me to number 12, Lord Melbourne. Has only had 4 runs. Last time out, didn't ran too bad behind Lord Melbourne. Over the 2000, now back over the 1600 meters on which he won his maiden. So also definitely in with a chance. So as you can see, this race is today very open, lots of horses with chances. I just want to mention here, for some other reason, I do think that this Countess of Coltier with the -4 put in the back end of your quartets. I don't know why, but this was his first few races was very nice, and then he just lost the plot. But it has shown some glimpses of ability, so maybe a nice horse to go into the back end of your quartets. The back end of the quartets, I mean, for 3rd and 4th. So that then concludes that summary. So let's now move on to race number 7, which is the allowance plate over 1,200 meters. I'm not going to dwell long on this, but let's have a look at the betting first. Here we have, we just see now, I think I've skipped the race now. Yeah, I think I've skipped the race. I need to go back to race 6. So let's look at the betting first. Race 6, Curvation, Even Money, Bolt Alley 4-1, Passion Peach 7-1, Piccadilly Square 11-1, Dance with the Dragon 14-1, The Sass 20-1, and Longer the others. So let me just go back and have a look at race number 6. I'm sorry for that confusion. So here we have number 1, Curvation. It's the favorite. Even Money. Straight I'm on board. Did well, run well after the maiden. But I just feel I won't be rushing to take the Even Money on this horse. Although Straight is on board and that's got a good chance. The horse took a while to win his maiden, and I want to see him to repeat his last race. Then we have a look at number 4, Bolt Alley. Is out of that Bolt Eleanor mare. She's found quite a nice, lots of foals. Improved last time, and on a 68 ability on the. Let's just have a look here. We've got average merit rating 65, class D. So here we have number 4, Bolt Eddie. Yeah, just slightly stronger. Ran second behind Bella Rosa, but was running on nicely, 23.9. And then also this race behind Oyster King, you will see she also ran a 23.9, which was 6th fastest. But yeah, then the race was probably won in a fast time. But number 4, Bold Eleanor, do have a bit of a chance. Number 5, Passion Peach, in my mind, is a big runner. This horse has run against stronger last time. Behind Strada. Strada finished 23.8, second fastest, late progress. And I think Randall Simons can, go well on this horse. Any horse that can run 2.7 lengths to summer pudding can't be slouched. So that is in my mind shows this horse ability on a 1600 meters running so close up to Summer Pudding, and we all know what Summer Pudding has done. So then we move on to number 9, Dance of the Dragon. I do feel that this horse last time out ran also in stronger and was running on 23.2 fastest 400. Jared Penny on board can surprise, throw into your quartets and trifectas. Piccadilly Square, it ran on Saturday, but it only ran 10 lengths behind, so it didn't show much. But I've got a feeling that one of these days this horse is going to come up Piccadilly Square and surprise everybody, so also include into your play. Then I've discussed that horse. Also, then number 12, Western Dance, not very good form, but it's also run here. I mean, there it runs in an AR 100 against Queen Supreme, 82, 89 behind, but always finish far. But I think a 2,400 might not be his distance, but it has run places. This horse is the type of horse that you want to include in at least for fourth in your quartet, because if this comes and run a place, it has got ability. You'll be in a payout queue, standing, laughing, and thanking outside the Genie. So let's now move on to race number 7. Race number 7, let's look at the betting quickly. Betting 15-2 Golden Bell, 4-1 American Hustle, 8-1 Down to Zero, Benny 13-1, 16-1 Autovar, and Secret Dream 20-1 the rest. So yeah, I'm not going to dwell long on this race. I think that this horse here at the bottom, number 9 Golden Bell, I think is a strong contender in this field, and the way she won last time, I can't find a lot of horses that's going to beat her, but there are a few. One of the horses that I want to point out is number 10, Secret Dream. This horse is only carrying 48 kilograms. And it has been placed over 1,200. Sometimes it goes to the front and they can't catch it. And I think on that weight, I'll be definitely include number 10, Secret Dreams, into into my play. Then we have a few other ones that you can look at. Down to Zero has run against the top in the country, Chimchini run. Look at that. Autovar, Mardi Gras, Mr. Flood, Riverine, when it was a computer form sprint. Marshall, definitely a horse to include into some of your play. Then number 4, Benji, 2 runs back, two in a row. Then run against Stronger, and last time out 3.5 behind Big Blue Marble, can improve and be involved in the finish. Number 3, Autovar. I really like this horse as well. I think this Autovar can run a great race here today. It's always there and thereabouts. It wasn't striding out in a computer form. Now Swatch is riding. He's in form. As his stable is in form. So I think this is one of the horses that can give the favorite a bit of a run for money. Then if we just want to quickly look here at the best weighted column, 9 Golden Bell, Secret Dream, Down to Zero, Autovar, American Hustle. So that concludes the 7th race. So let's look at the betting for race number 8. Race number 8, number 6, Mistress of My Fate, 19-10, 9-2 We All Chommies, 7-1 Orchard Express, 10-1 Category 4, 9-1 In Full Bloom, Blow Me Down 14, Old Blue Eyes 14, Struck It Like a Max 16, and 21 and Longer the rest. Oh yeah, I just want to make here number 2, Sacred Castle, 35-1. Sometimes in life there comes a time that one has to put down you have to practice what you preach. First of all, I just want to mention number 1, Certifiable, is scratched. Now, before I dissect this race, I just want to. This is another classified stakes. I'm not sure what a classified stakes is, but I'll find out. I'll phone the handicapper and find out exactly what a classified stakes is, because we had no feedback on actually what it is. But let's look at here. It's a 1,200 meters, Class D 68, race 8. Number 1, Certifiable, is scratched. Now, if you look here, you'll find number 13 is the best weighted with number 6. 17 is a scratching in Full Bloom. Is then third, and then Certifiable was the 5th, but now obviously was the 4th, but is now scratched. But now if you look at Certifiable was carrying 62 and it was a merit rating 75. Now you look at Sacred Castle. Sacred Castle is also carrying 62, but was a 74, so it was just one, so it was actually a half kilogram less than number 1. But it's getting minus 2.5 because of the Apprentice. Now this horse won its first race, beating a Palace Assembly quite easily. Then it ran behind Russian Prince. Russian Prince had won some good races. Aristarchus also won 2 or 3 races, not a bad horse. Then 008 True Life, I don't know what happened here, and came back, and behind Sinfonico just weakened over the last 1200 meters, the last 200 meters. So now, but if you have a look at it, we said here, when we did our assessment, we're looking here at the ability rating of 68. So we're looking here, 86, 93, 83, 80. Now, I do feel that this horse, if this horse can run up to his potential, please note I say, if this horse run up to his potential, this horse can win this race today. It's 55 to 1. Do not leave Sacred Castle out of any of your bets. I don't want you to be sorry. Yes, I'm putting my head on a block and I might have egg, but at 35 to 1, you can put a few rand on. If it doesn't win, just put each way or run a place, you get your money back. But if it doesn't win today, watch out for this horse. But I'm sure this horse today is going to run a big race. Then number 3, Blow Me Down. It's also getting minus 2.5. And it's also run against some decent opposition. And with Clinton Binder, I think that Clinton Binder stable is coming to form. Has had a few winners lately, so Blow Me Down will definitely go into my calculations. We Old Tommies also ran last week in the same class. He won against Written in Stone, but I believe there are horses that's run against stronger, so I'm not sure that this horse can win again today. Then we're going to go to Mistress of My Fate. Has also run against some decent opposition. Spirit of the Groove. You know, Ula, Operate. So definitely a horse that you cannot leave out and can be involved in the finish. Tokolos always there and thereabouts, but I don't think this field is too strong for him today. Category 4 is always a horse that runs on. You look there, fastest 400 to finish. Now over the 1200 meters again. Hasn't performed a lot of over 1200 meters, but definitely a horse that you can include into your quartet and trifecta and your exotic play. Number 9, Mr. Hugo. I really expected this horse to train on. It won a nice race, beating Touch of Fate, but then has lost the plot completely. So wait for the horse to, improve and then follow it. Here we have number 12, Old Blue Eyes. Has won a race and didn't run too badly behind Jim Carter last time in the same class. So can maybe be involved in the finish. Number 13, Orchard Express. Has also run in the same class. And you guys, and that's what I'm saying, Orchard Express only won its maiden last time out. There's number 2. He's run against much stronger position. And if I look at this field, there's not much to beat. There's a lot of them, the only thing is they bet the handicap on this classified stakes. But here's a horse, number 4, In Full Bloom, that I think has really got a strong chance to maybe make an impression. But I also feel that there are stronger horses in the race than In Full Bloom. So that is race number 8. Then we move to race number 9. Here the betting is written in stone, 9-2, 5-1 the field. Spanish Boy 5-1, 11-2. Golden Spiral 7-1. Persica, Touch of Fate 15-2. Wara Wara 9-1. Different Light 14-1, 16-1, and longer the rest. So let's quickly have a look at that. Here we have a Class D 68 over 1200 meters. For me, Touch of Fate is the horse to beat in this race. This horse is running against some much stronger than it's running against here, and gets the -2.5 to help it. If you have a look at Donnerweer, Sullenberger, Grease Point is a good horse. You know, Galactic Warrior is one of you. There we got Sinfonico has won quite a few. Captain Hindsight, I think, is a good horse. So last time out ran in a 78, now down in class. Definitely, in my mind, a horse to beat. Then we move down and we have number 2 here, Golden Duke. Has had a few runs. One is maiden last time. I'm looking, you know, again, as I said, I don't normally follow horses after the maiden. This is going to be my advice. I might be wrong after the race. Written in Stone has had quite a few number of runs. Last time out ran against we old chummies. Pierre Stradom, you know, there was a time in when if you're getting the last race and you need a get out stakes, Pierre Stradom was the man to go for. And he's currently back on form, so I think Pierre Stradom will definitely make a difference on this horse. It is definitely a big runner. Lord Graven last time at 22-1, went start to finish, but I think in this race there are stronger people. Soul Connection gave Karen Fisher her first win in a worker riders. I think it's now getting -4, but I do think that is beatable. Then number 6, Spanish Boy, has changed stables since the lockdown. Last time out ran much stronger, ran in 82. 3.5 rings behind Battle of Trafalgar, and I do think that this horse will run a decent and a big race today. 7 Different Light also had only a few runs, and I'm expecting this horse to improve on the turf today again. Van Vieren, the training, JJ Van Vieren, Johan Janssen Van Vieren, and I'm looking this horse is well bred, and I do think this horse can improve. Has run against some stronger. There it ran behind Benji 3.75 75 lengths, which was not a bad effort. Then there are other horses with chances. I want to look at number 10, Persica. Ferrari, last time out won. I did tip it as my outright selection that day. It won at 12-1. Can come in again, but he's now running still in the same class. Then Wara Wara has had a few runs and 12 runs. And then after it's maiden, it didn't fare too well. But last time behind, we old chummies improved and can be involved in the finish again. So that concludes our preview for the day, and I hope you have a good day. And as I always say, break a leg.